Yeah, but are you ready to go to dinner?
Yeah. Just let me grab my NDC, okay? Alright, look. I'm ready to go.
Is that really necessary?
You're right. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I forgot my helmet.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's go. All right.
Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Brook Bandit, and on my YouTube channel, I talk about budget preparedness and survival. Today we're going to be talking about everyday carry, also known as EDC. It's a simple concept. It's keeping tools on you daily that makes your life easier and leaves you more prepared to respond to emergencies. The message of this video is to, one, encourage you to practice EDC or carrying these tools every day, and two, to send a message to structure your everyday carry tools around your life and not to structure your life around everyday carry. Another thing to keep in mind when you're buying these tools to carry is to make sure that you're going to buy things that you will actually carry on you every day. I think full-size handguns are awesome. I'm not going to carry one of those on me every day. It takes up a lot of space, it gets uncomfortable, it's bulky. I think having fire starter kits are awesome for the back of your car. I'm not going to carry one of those on me every day. And so when you do go out to buy some of these things for yourself, just really think about, especially if you're fighting for every penny like I am, think about, is this something that you will carry on you every day or that you will carry on you often? Because the small tool that you have in the moment is going to always get you further than the big impressive tool that you keep in your closet now. So that. Also, this is Future Bandit coming in. As you're learning to conceal carry and to carry everyday stuff on you, I'd recommend what I call the 4-pocket rule, and that's keeping all of your preparedness items that you keep on you daily to be able to fit in 4 pockets: your front pockets, your back pockets, and your belt line. Girls can cheat a little bit if they have purses. If that's the way you rock and you have a purse as a dude, go for it. There's also fanny packs, there's things like that. So there's ways to carry all this stuff, and those fanny packs, those purses, those backpacks, they're going to allow you to carry more on you every day, but that also encroaches into that territory where I'm not always going to bring my fanny pack into the pool. I'm not always going to bring my fanny pack into the gym. And so make this stuff work for your life. Okay. Now that we've talked about the basic concepts, let's jump into the tools, starting with the defensive tools. This is my concealed carry handgun. I carry a Glock 19 Gen 5. Before I keep going, all weapons in this video have already been rendered safe. Big proponent of concealed carry. I'll go into everything I have on this, but concealed carry is going to allow you to protect yourself, your family, and your community. It's going to allow me to protect the local Applebee's as long as they keep doing their 2 for $25 meal deal. Everywhere you go, it allows you to make that area safe as long as you train, as long as you're capable. Concealed carry handgun is not a be-all, end-all. Your gun is only as good as you are with it. So train often. What I have on the Glock 19, I have a TLR 7A light from Streamlight. Does a very good job at allowing me, there we go, there's the stroke. Does a very good job at allowing me to shoot in the dark. I love doing night shoots. It's just super fun to find a range that allows you to go out at night and shoot in the dark. a whole different ballgame, and it's really fun, if I haven't said that enough times. I want to put an optic on this. I want to put a red dot, budgeting for it. This is a budget preparedness channel, and I've had to save for this handgun and everything on it, including the holster. This whole setup total with the about $800 Glock, the under $200 light, and just under $200 holster, takes time to save for that. If I throw an optic on this, I now also have to replace my concealed carry holster and also the holster I have on my battle belt that you saw at the start of the video, because this is the gun that carries, and neither of those holsters are going to adapt it. Guns and gear can turn into a money pit. It doesn't have to be. Save for what you need to spend money on, and then also save money where you can. Having quality gear is very important. Don't feel like you need to have it all immediately. Buy it over time. What this looked like is, it looked like when I first got it, just a stock Glock 19 and a $40 holster that I bought from the gun store. The same holster that is now holding my wife's concealed carry gun. So another Glock 19 Gen 5. This is a Glock household. So this is just a little under $700 is what we got it for, and then $40 holster, cheaper than my setup. We're balling on a budget. We run with what we can. So even that, a lot of people have to save for. Like $640 can still be a lot. So save for it and get it when you can. So you've seen Elf on the Shelf. Now get ready for Glock on my appendix. I don't know what you were thinking. Glock on my appendix. And so I appendix carry my Glock 19. And this is the basic setup. I move my belt to the side a little bit so that buckle doesn't get in the way. And then carrying on my appendix, I can just throw a t-shirt over it, and then when I need it, I have it. That being said, that requires, bigger heavy pants. It requires a belt. I don't want to do that every day. So having a little Ruger LCP that can fit in my pocket and go is super nice when I'm wearing shorts in the summer, sweatpants in the summer. Personally, I am a big fan of any shorts or sweatpants with zipper pockets. That way I can throw it in there, hold the zipper up, it's a little more secure. And then I know if I need it, I'll have to unzip that pocket, then I can pull it out of the cloth pocket holster. Because it's a cloth holster, and because this doesn't have a safety, I don't carry with one in the chamber, so I would need to rack it and then go to work. That being said, making this work for my everyday life, I'm not going to be wearing jeans every day. So that's really defensive tools when it comes down to it. The only other thing I want to talk about, I carry it sometimes. This is a Bravo concealment magazine. I want to say pouch, but it's Kydex. So magazine holders, it just goes on my belt right here. When I need it, I grab it. I only do that if I know I'm going to be going into a sketchy area, or days I just want to feel a little more tactical when protecting my local Denny's, getting my lumberjack special. So there you go. That is firearms. Alright guys, next thing we're going to talk about is knives. If you watch everyday carry videos from other YouTube channels, there's going to be a lot of them that are going to recommend really expensive knives. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with having an expensive knife. But if you are anything like me, and you go camping a lot, you go outdoors a lot, you're going to have 1.5 million pocket knives cluttering every single drawer of your home. And so my advice isn't going to be to go out and buy an expensive knife. Decide how much you want to spend on a knife and just go out and get one. Any Cabela's, any farm store is gonna be able to have knives for you. Gas stations are going to have knives for you. I don't care if you carry a $50 knife, a $200 knife, or a $5 knife. This is a $5 knife from Cabela's that came with a $5 flashlight from Cabela's. Knives are great as a secondary defensive tool and also great as just a primary tool. Having a pocket knife on me, I'm surprised how often I use it. Whether it's opening boxes or just like cutting cords and stuff that I need throughout the day. It is a very simple tool that comes in handy way more than you would think. Yeah, summing that up, I don't care what knife you carry. I don't care if you have a nice knife. I don't care if you have a $5 knife. Just carry a knife. You'll put it to use. Next, we're going to talk about flashlights. Flashlights. I like having a flashlight on me. It's always good to see in the dark. This is a $5 flashlight that I got from Cabela's with one of those pocket knives I showed earlier. This is a $20 flashlight on Amazon. It's a little bit bigger. I like flashlights to be small and cheap because I lose them all the time, especially if you have something clipped to your pocket. The amount of flashlights I've found that I've forgotten about just underneath the driver's seat of my car because my seatbelt takes them off is huge. Carrying things every day, you lose things. Don't lose your gun, but everything else I like to keep cheap because knowing me, I'm gonna lose. Why do I carry a flashlight on me when I already have a flashlight on my gun? Pretty simple explanation. If I'm walking my wife to her car in a dark parking garage at night and I see 5 goons in the corner that I know are gonna attack me, and I go, "Who's there?" and it turns out to be a bunch of grandmas, I just point a gun at a bunch of grandmas. I just committed a felony, and that's a big issue. Versus if I go, "Hey, who's over there?" I go, "Oh, that's a bunch of grandmas. We're okay." Or if I go, "Hey, who's over there?" and it's a bunch of bad dudes with tattoos of 1939 German political parties on their faces, and they start approaching me with weapons in their hand, that's when I can go, "Oh, that's not good." And then I go, "Well, bam!" And then I go to work. And so another thing is, let's say this is legitimately a bad guy. Pointing a light at somebody and letting you know that you see them is a fantastic deterrent. Most bad guys, they're going to commit crimes of opportunity. Letting you know that you see them and aren't going to give them that opportunity is going to stop more fights than it will ever start. And if that's enough to start a fight, that fight was coming inevitably. Last thing I want to talk about before I go into tools that aren't tactical in nature is medical. This is the pouch from the inside of my Blue Force gear pouch that you saw on my belt at the start of the video, one with the big plus mark. When I can, I like to carry this on me. Inside, all I have are gloves, some duct tape to make a chest seal, and this is some quick cloth combat gauze. Big fan of keeping medical on your person when you can. I'm not going to be carrying this every day, and quite honestly, unless I'm wearing cargo pants, I don't really have it on me. It's able to be about the size of my dad's wallet, not my wallet, but my dad's one of those guys who has a million papers and cards in there, and it's like the size of the Bible, so I don't use it unless I have cargo pants. When I have cargo pants, I stick it in a pocket, and even then I don't do it every day. Going back to the basic concepts, I'm not going to carry all of this every day. I want to be prepared, but I also want to live life comfortably. And so that means I'm not carrying my full-size Glock 19 to the gym. It means when I go to the gym, I don't have a flashlight and a knife on me necessarily. Maybe I keep those in my car. Medical, I always keep in my car, but I don't carry it on me all the time. Everyday carry is about carrying stuff on your person, but daily life is about living life. It's not being a cracked out prepper all the time. And that's coming from a cracked out prepper. And so carry comfortably. If you carry small, you will carry comfortably. That's why everything here is pretty small. Last thing, talking about medical, I want to talk about the RATS tourniquet. This is not the best tourniquet on the market, but it works, and it's the smallest. And so I'm gonna just fold this up. I throw it in my cargo pocket just with the other medical. Like I said, when I'm wearing cargo pants, I know some of you are gonna think that cargo pants are a sin. Hate the sin, love the sinner. I love cargo pants. Don't have to wear them every day. Don't have to carry medical on your person every day. Don't have to carry a flashlight and a knife and a gun and medical to the gym. When I go to the gym, this is what I got on me. It's my Ruger LCP if my black shirt is blocking it. But everything else stays in the car. I'm a big fan of keeping things in the car when I'm not carrying out my person because it's nearby. You're never really far from your car when you think about it. But going off on a tangent here, but basically just make this work for your life. Don't get lost in the sauce of preparedness where you're buying so much gear that you want to carry on you every day, and the next thing you know, you're carrying a full-size backpack. A few honorable mentions I want to talk about that I see a lot of people in their videos bring up that I don't necessarily do every day. Thanks, Pumpkin. Thank you. We're done. Few honorable mentions I want to talk about that I see in other videos that I personally don't carry on me every day is a watch. I like my watch. This is a $20-$30 Amazon watch that my wife bought for me for Christmas. I love it. I wear it when I choose to, quite frankly. Big argument I see for watches is that maybe they're going to be a little harder to take down if an EMP hits. That being said, if an EMP hits and I can't check the time on my phone, I think I'm going to be less worried about the time and more worried about daylight if I'm trying to get home. I think instead of going, oh, it's 9:38 p.m., I'm going to look outside, I'm going to go, damn, it's dark. That being said, I don't think it's a bad thing to carry a watch. You're going to be more prepared. So I throw it on when I choose to, but I don't stress about keeping it on me every day. Fire starters. In a lot of videos, I see people talking about keeping. Oh, you spilled the name. There we go. I heard people talking about keeping a fire starter on them. I keep a fire starter in my car, but unless I'm out in the backwoods, I feel like I'm not really ever far away from my car or my home where I have more fire starters. And I've never been in the middle of the mall and been like, dang, I should start a fire right now. If you are in the middle of the mall and you feel like you need to start a fire, you might have some bigger problems than what you keep in your everyday carry. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave fire starters. Like I said, not a bad thing to keep on you. I just don't carry it on me every day. This is about everyday carry. Last thing I see people talking about is a pen and notepad. I'm sure it's super useful to have a pen and notepad on you to like take notes. If Russian paratroopers start falling from the sky, you're going to be able to document their movements, and then you're going to be able to sneak back to U.S. lines and let the U.S. forces know where all the Russian encampments in Salt Lake City, Utah are. I get it. That's awesome, and that's super cool. I'm not at that level of preparedness yet, and I don't know if I necessarily am going to be. There's also other things like writing down license plates of cars that you think are suspicious, documenting notes throughout the day to be able to report to police if something really bad does go down. I've never really felt a need to do that, and if I need to, I can use my phone for it. I get that phones are low power, and I get that they die. All that being said, I just haven't felt the need to carry a pen and notepad on me throughout the day. Nothing wrong if you do. That's just not what I've chosen. My goal in this video, and I've hoped I've reached it, is to make everyday carry simple. So at the end of the day, carry a firearm if you can. Carry a knife on you. Carry a light. If possible, carry medical. Scale that up, scale that down as you need. As we keep going, I'm going to talk about like the kits that I keep in my car and in my truck. I'm going to talk about my wife's car and my truck. I'm not that rich. Clearly, as you can tell from my one-bedroom apartment. But this isn't the be-all, end-all for preparedness, but what you have on you is what you're going to have to make work if you encounter an emergency. And so keep it simple, keep it small so that you wear it every day. Don't feel like you have to do all of this all the time. Make it work for your life. I was reading a Reddit post the other day, this is a little bit of a tangent, about the Ruger LCP, and I heard of a dude who said he brings it to a swimming pool and he keeps it in his swim shorts. You do you. Like, this is America. It's the land of the free. Live your life, and you bring that gun in the pool. I'm not gonna do that. I can't afford to replace my gun every 2 weeks, so that's what I'm doing. Anyways, I hope that helped. A little bit of a ranty video today. It's kind of just going off the cuff on this one, but that's what I carry every day. Gun, knife, light, medical when I can. Keep it simple. So, there you go. Love y'all. Stay safe. I'll see y'all in the next video. Ooh, that was loud.